to talk about a book entitled Out of Our Minds, Learning to be Creative by Sir Ken Robinson. But before we start, let's get to know Sir Ken Robinson first. He was a British author, speaker, and international advisor on the education in the arts to government, non-profits, education, and arts bodies. He was director of the Arts in School Project and Professor of Arts Education at the University of Warwick. Did you know that he was a best-selling author in New York Times? Let's go back to his book, Learning to be Creative. We believe that creativity is a gift, a talent, which is reserved only to those people who are lucky, who have been born with talent like singing, dancing, or compose music. But creativity is not only about that. There has a deep meaning. Creativity is the greatest gift of human intelligence that needs to improve. As we look on today, everything in this world has once been invented, and once created has been improved. Every single things that we have seen, using are made by our creativity mind. Everyone can be creative. It is a potential, right? Which everyone can choose. We just need to cultivate our minds. Like Sir Ken Robinson wants. He wants to help individuals to understand the depth of their creative abilities and why they might have doubted them. He wants to encourage organizations to believe in their powers of innovation. That creativity is essential. We invent things that haven't existed. We innovate things like products, transform it into different that will benefit the whole world. The power of creativity will only exist if you give yourself time to realize that it is need to understand and enrich your creative mind. You just need to believe in your perception. Creativity is not just rotate in one things. We can be creative in everyday lives. Just remove doubtedness. You know that human mind is powerful. It can create anything. Did you know that during this time of pandemic, most of us stays inside our house? Being creative is, in these difficult times, help us survive the biggest challenges. Some created business that never exists. We found out that we are creative in many different ways. Some of us did not expect that they are creative in foods or in some other things. Or other in basic needs during this time of pandemic. So this is what Sir Ken Robinson wants for us to realize that all of us are creative in some other things. It helps us to remind us of who we are. Everything you do, you put your feelings on that. Sir Ken Robinson said in chapter 9, what we can think of organizational cultures in terms of habit and habitats. You know that our world has different cultures, different people living in the same world. Because of rapid development of technologies, the changing society, cultures continue to influence. Each of these has a mixture of being creative. Of the people, human intelligence is much richer than we all think. People own understanding the potential to understand the real nature of creativity. You know that he also mentioned that education should develop the whole child and not just their academic, which I more agree, because education should also encourage their feelings, physical development, moral education, and creativity. they need to develop their own potential, enrich it, and improve it so they can use it in different ways. It will help them to find their own creativity to make it to be able them to understand the deep meaning of creativity. As we all know that creativity is not just for paint for singing. It's about what people can do, right? Because we can use creativity in business, in politics. Everything in this world is made by human intelligence. And Sir Ken Robinson wanted us to realize that everyone is creative. Every people is creative. They just need to cultivate their mind. They just need to accept. They just need to learn, they just need to learn how to handle it. You know that after reading this book, I really get a lot of information. I learned a lot of information from Sir Ken Robinson, because she really put she really get my attention. I am not sure that I'm not the only one who already read that book, but for me, this is the very book I've ever read. It's really cultivate my mind. It's really helped me to believe that I am also a creative person, and because of that, I will also help others and encourage them to believe in their abilities. The power of human intelligence, because the power of human intelligence transform our world, transform things into different, transform everything like today. Because of their innovation, a lot of product has been created, has been invented, and that's because of the human intelligence. It involves creative. Yeah, because you cannot do that. You cannot do that thing if you are not creative, if you are not using your mind. It is very important to give ourselves some time to think. Maybe we can discover something in us, something in ourselves. We can discover things that never we thought before, so we can innovate something. Yeah, and then that is the purpose or the reason why he wrote that book. Sir Ken Robinson wants us, as I also mentioned earlier, he wants us to realize, he wants us to give time, he wants us to be more creative, learn how to be creative. Okay? He wants us to think unique, think differently, so we can innovate something, so we can make something differently, so we can innovate technologies. It's not just, that it's not just about technologies, it's about the whole world. Yeah, and we can use creativity in our everyday lives, not just only in a computer or something. As we look on today in our world, the rapid development of technologies, it's because of human intelligence. Yeah, and I am happy that Sir Ken Robinson share his knowledge